Good morning, this is Sean Michael Self. This week I'm going to do a small tutorial about portrait painting. So in preparation for that, I'm cleaning up my studio space. I'm getting all my brushes in order, getting my paints out. I have a toned ground, alright, that I'm ready to work on. If you haven't seen the tutorial on underpainting, go check that out. So I have burnt umber, burnt sienna, raw umber, yellow ochre, and white on my palette. And I have made a drawing beforehand that I'm going to reference throughout this process for my values. So with all painting, you want to just block in your dark shapes. So I block in the dark shadows with burnt umber. And after the burnt umber, I have burnt sienna for those like more reddish midtones. And then I'm moving into the lights. I mix all my light up with yellow ochre and white. And I never use pure white. It just looks bad. You'll find out for yourself if you try that. And it makes the paintings really muddy really fast. So I'm going to build up this portrait, and then you'll see that I rub it all the way out. I just rub out huge chunks of it. Never be afraid to rub out your painting, because that stuff can get muddy really fast. So every time I rub it out, I start with the darks again. The darks are always thinned out with turpentine. And then you go thicker with the lighter colors on top of it. And you'll find that that helps it blend better. It keeps it less muddy. It gives you a sense of control. And if it ever gets too muddy, I think I've wiped it out 2 or 3 times now. That's okay. What you don't want to do is leave a portrait to dry where the drawing isn't keyed in on it yet. Because if you do, you really can't fix it. And it never quite looks right after that. So I don't have any really specific things I can get into in this short kind of a format about the better things to do technically here. I just kind of wanted to share this to give an idea to the community of, I don't know, just what can be done. So I'm doing the portrait first, and then I'm laying in this more detailed technical drawing that's going to be on the left. Now I want to build this maze on the left-hand side of the composition. And this maze is going to be in 3 dimensions. So I do a perspective drawing, and I have 2 vanishing points, one on the left-hand side and one on the right-hand side, and I sketch it all out and then use a T-square and plot out those points. And then I'm kind of doing a little landscape on the right-hand side just to use up the rest of the paint that I have available to myself. I hope this was informative even on any small level. But I appreciate you guys coming to check out this school. It's going to get more professional over time. I want to create, like a view of the palette that I'm using. I want to really slow down these things and get into a more technical analysis of what's going on here. So now that the video is repeating, the fine details are something that you worry about last. You want to just go really general and only worry about blocking in those values at first. And so in the shadows on something, it's never just really black. Really black is like the darkest point of contrast. And then really white is like the highlights that are going to be in someone's eyeball or like the tip of their nose. Like, you never use pure whites and pure blacks. Everything's somewhere in between. I don't know. Thanks for checking out my page. Like I said, I want to make it a little more professional as time goes on. I'm not going to make anybody pay for content until I have something like that really, really fleshed out. But until then, I want to make a community. And please feel free to share your artwork, share your ideas. Ask questions. If we get some ideas going on here, I would love to make videos about specific topics. Thanks for checking me out. Have a good day.